off the settings every single time. Like, how does it get reset? Man, this is so annoying. Um, Yo, Eriska, welcome back. Yes, you are definitely the first. Let me change the, what's it called? Stream setting. Eid Mubarak. Oh my gosh, Eid Mubarak, Tofu. Welcome. Is that math? Yeah, it is math. A lot of math. But we're here to study until, what's it called? My quiz at 3 p.m. today. It seems like a long time ago, but I have to go there by 1:30, so.
Two balls. We'll do this one at a time. Out of here. When we do this, we're going to draw the first one out, and we're going to put it off to the side, and then we'll draw the second one out and put it off to the side. So in other words, we're not doing any kind of replacement. So I'll write down without replacing them. Okay, so that's our setup. So then what's the question that we're going to ask? Well, we're going to ask, what is the probability that both balls drawn out are green? So what is the probability that both balls drawn are green? Okay, well, let's break this into steps. So I want to know what the probability that both of them are green is. Well, what does that mean? I need to know about the first one. Well, the first one better be green.
Oh, you're writing. Thanks, Jacob. And what topic are you doing? Like probability combinatorics, where you take a ball out of a jar without replacement, and then you find the probability after that, or like the probability of each one, and that's like yeah. I did this in the actual combinatorics class, but now I have to learn it, how to program it. So that's really hard. Mendy, does man do the Mendy stuff? I feel like they do it. I don't know if they do it on their hands, but they definitely do on their hair. Sunnah too.
The first one is green. So let's handle that first. So what is the probability that the first ball drawn is green? Alright, so I want to find that probability. So if you've had some combinatorics or probability classes, you might know how to figure this out. So the way that we're going to do this is you'll often look at what are the good events, what are the good cases, and then compare that against the total number of cases. So our good cases here are that we're drawing a green ball. So there are C sub G green balls. So there are C sub G green balls. Well, it was the original total levels. No ideas? That's 2 from E divided by C sub R plus C sub G plus C minus C. Lab, we're going to be taking a look at basically this, but with a slight modification, a slight generalization.
Well, I had to skip that because I already learned combinatorics. Shouldn't teach anything on coding wise. And that's not even what my thing is gonna be on. My quiz is gonna be on if statements, anonymous functions, and plotting. But I just wanted to catch up with some old lectures, so. Face mask? Like what? Tofu does Mendy on hand. Really? Tofu? It would be good like sheet masks. Genius. The only mask I know is a surgical mask. I never used face wash. Do you use that like zinc shampoo for your face? Because a lot of guys do that. They just use the shampoo for their face without even being told to do that, and that's how they get clear skin. No, I don't. Unconfident. Well. Y'all do know that's low-key ruining your skin. What is? Not using face wash does ruin your skin. You don't even have to do it every day. Like even every other day is good, but yeah, it's still good. I mean, then again, we do wudu, right? But that doesn't like cleanse your skin in the way that a cleanser does. If you're gonna make wudu, just pump a little cleanser beforehand, and then do wudu on top of that. That's fine. I have a cleanser and moisturizer. That's it. That's awesome. It's a good job, Tofu. I mean, you can wear it as a tattoo. I've seen people actually wear henna like tattoos on their neck and stuff, like Harris J. Hi, Jude Rincon, welcome. How's it going? I subbed? Thank you. Hello, Robert Drudge. How's it going? Halal then tattoo, I guess. Yeah. Sunnah as well. Our prophet used to do mendi. Take that back, Eris. Oh, yeah, that's true. But I think Eris meant in like on your hands, right? I don't know if the Prophet used to do it on his hands, but he did dye his hair. But yeah, it's still kind of. What was I gonna say? Cleanser, moisturizer. Can I ask something? Yeah, go for it, Kimberly Cobra. Oh yeah, about the tattoo thing. I don't know if it could be halal that tattoos using henna is not actual tattoos, right? But even then, I feel like imitating the kuffar in that regard, like on your neck, vein and stuff, like could be a little bit iffy. I would avoid that just so it's not imitating the kuffar. Our class we have a group chat, but I'm not inside there. No one invited me there. Kimberly, you might have to ask around just cause like how did you come to learn about it? You might have to ask like, yo, is this by accident? Sometimes it is, and it takes a lot of courage to not assume the worst and to just simply ask somebody real quick like, hey, did you guys forget me or was it on purpose? If it's on purpose, I'll respect that. I know I shouldn't force myself into places that don't want me, and yeah, it's fine. If you chill like that, I feel like they would want you inside their group chat later on. Right? They're like, oh, she was so cool. I'm so sorry. Hi, hello Maya, your gang. Welcome to his stream. What's henna though? Henna and mendi are like two terms for the same thing. I think henna is like henna is what they use in the Arab world, and then mendi is what they use for the Desi world. Look at what I wrote. Yeah, I did. My bad. I didn't know that. It's okay. Henna is so pretty though. Yeah, it is. I don't like the smell though. It's weird. Hello, Logan Hamak. Welcome. How's it going? I don't talk in class. How'd you learn about the group chat? Oh, good to know. Great use of emojis, Maya. Yeah, I'm very useful with my emojis as well. Even in project in music, did it alone. Oh my god, why? Doesn't your teacher like assign you with the group or something? Or do you have to find a group? I'd rather do it alone though. I swear, I had so many people in group project settings that just leech off of your hard work. It's not fair. It makes you mad, bro. Especially when they say like, "Oh, we'll buy you a drink afterwards." Like they pull it so long. They never did it, and then they probably laughed at it later. I hope they burn in hell. Just kidding. Over a boba drink, are you kidding me? Kimberly, I don't know if you answered this, but did you move to Germany or were you born in Germany? Like, why they avoided you? Did you, like, accidentally kill somebody? Alright, we're gonna start with some practice problems using ChatGPT. So the basic pattern is that we use the at symbol with a variable within parentheses to be our anonymous function, right? And then putting a formula, a calculation right next to it. So that anything we add for the x value will give us an output in using that formula. And then that's the function right there, it's f. So we put f of 2, and then the 2 becomes the now not anonymous function. It plugs in x to 2. 2 to x, I mean. Sorry. So g equals the anonymous function of 2 inputs now. So then you plug in 2 inputs to g, and then you get polynomial. So the most common traps is not putting a dot before the exponent. I think I would fall for that. Because how do you know when to put the dot and not? For this one, you put the no dot. For multiple inputs, you put a dot. That's crazy. Oh, so multiple vectors means a vector. I mean, multiple inputs means a vector, and then for a scalar, it's only one exponent. Same for multiplication and division. Awesome. So remember, vectors needs a dot. The way to remember that is a vector starts with a V, right? And a viper is like a spider, like a snake, and when it like bites you, it takes like a dot. It draws blood from a dot. All right. Thank you so much, Kai. I wish to do mehndi on my hair when I become old. It will look good with red on my hair. Yeah, I'm thinking of Gara. But sometimes it turns orange, which is kind of weird. Not weird, it's just like, I don't know, it's really red though. Mira Bassett, yo, Eid Mubarak, brother. Assalamu alaikum. Everyone always talks about the group chat. It's hard. Kimberly, you should speak up a little in class. Be like, yo, get out of your shell. Even today in German, we have to find a partner, but no one came to me or something. I'm sad. Maybe you're the one who needs to go to other people. In the worst case scenario, they walk away from you. I don't think they're gonna insult you or hurt you or kill you. Kai, do you have pink hair? I don't know if that's... Even if she did that, I don't think that'd be halal to share, since she's a girl. Can't really describe your hair. No, it's not haram. Nobody... What is not haram? Is it haram to study during Eid, Kai? I've been doing something haram right now. Hello, Scarlet Victoria B. Welcome to the stream. And Gajan Dr. Singh. What's going on in the world? It's been so long since we've seen you here. But yeah. Habitual 3. Nobody. Yo, welcome to the stream, Habitual 3. And Gajan, it's Eid today. So, Eid Mubarak. Since you wanted to become Muslim, I guess. I don't know if you are. Or if you still want to. But what is going on in the news? Update us, Gajan. I have different skin color. Oh! Are you darker than everyone else in Germany? That makes so much sense, Kimberly, bro. I can see why. Oh my gosh. My bad. Yo, we got Pixie in the chat. She's so cute. Oh my god. I love my bike. Racism? Yeah. Age-old racism. Nothing new in Germany. They're even racist to Turkish people. Or is it Turkish people racist to Germans? Oh yeah, it's Turkish to Germans. But alhamdulillah, California, even if I'm the only Muslim ever in all my classes, no one's ever been racist or Islamophobic because it's such a melting pot. There's, everybody's from a different background. So nobody can really gang up on you. Would you rather gain muscle or gain EGA? I don't know what that means, but muscle is good for you. Yuki or Pixie? Pixie, obviously. Everyone knows that. I heard of this name, I think. Luca. No, Luca, bro. Rahman Dekat Kai, you know this name, person. Watch the second part of Revenge, Tofu. Hi, hello, Uncle Ben Stories. Tell us a story, please. While I do some math problems. So, the second concept that we're gonna go over today are if statements. So the basic structure is you first put an if and then you have a condition, right? If x is y, or if x is 2, basically. Very, very basic structure here. Then you write the code. What is the code? Then x to the power of 2 equals 4. No, I was thinking of something else. I was like, what should the elif be? Because there's gonna be like an else if function after that, like a sub if. Else if
So
Fit-
here,
do
I'm taking Tesla, okay? You don't need the car to be all
I
day.
do.
Where you have
I have
to
an
go?
exam today.
Can you take the red car on the accord?
I have my permit on the Tesla. So if you could put that in the record, I'll take that.
Take the permit to record?
Yeah.
On the dashboard?
I mean, we could do that, I guess.
Where is the permit now?
It's on the mirror.
On the mirror. So
In
take
the
it
front.
out?
Yeah. To switch it to the red car.
Okay. But do you have the red car registered already under the same?
No.
The permit can be transferred to
Yeah,
red
yeah.
car? Okay.
I think she's a girl. Who, Kimberly? Yeah, that's definitely a girl's name. He was a gangster and he killed his mom when he was young. Oh my god, who? Second part of Revenge? I see. So it's a show. Although it does happen a lot in real life. Like, I knew there's a member named Kimberly, short as Kim. Eid Mubarak, Jory's father. Eid Mubarak, yeah. I can't believe y'all heard him. Oh, chat, someone is here. Yeah, that's my dad. Convinced Joria your dad is Pakistani. Joria, your father strict? Very. I mean, not in terms of religion, just like, he's a strict, like, oh, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? It's like unnecessarily strict. Yeah, he sounds Asian. Hello. Hi, Max. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Mine father strict. Yeah, bro, we're all in the same boat. It's like I don't mind if he were strict in terms of Dean. Like that's okay. Like not so that he's extreme, but just like strict. Like, um, I don't know. Then again, I guess he's kind of strict. Cause one time I bought like this tapestry from Temu, like a Scooby Doo one. I didn't look closely. It was actually a picture of Scoob and Shaggy smoking like a weed. And the color was so cool to me. I was like, oh my god, why is this so cool? Turns out it's like a psychedelic print, so that whoever's taking weed, the tapestry looks really cool to them. I didn't realize what that was. I just had it hanging up. He came in the room. He's like, oh my god, what? Where did you get this? I was like, Timu, like, doesn't it look cool? I didn't even show it to him. He just came in. He's like, take that down right now. He took it down. But I think he wasn't that like mad. He's just like laughing. My father isn't strict, thankfully. Alhamdulillah. That's nice tofu. It's kind of rare though for like a brown dad to be not strict like that. You're lucky. And yeah, he's pretty chill. Like for getting a husky, that's so cool. Do you have more than one cat? I do. I have 3 cats. So yeah, this one's Pixie right here. And I have one named Luca and one named Yuki. It's night here in Germany. Okay, good night, Kimberly. Thanks for sharing that. Kai has 60 years of experience. Sketching just takes a lot of practice. I'm convinced Julia. Okay. Yeah. 60 years of experience in terms of what though? Like crocheting? Because it does look like that, yeah. She looks like an expert. My dad isn't strict either, I guess. I see. You're... Wait, your stepdad? That's very nice. How do you Kai 6'7"? Why is that still funny, bro? I don't know why I laughed at that. Kim, do you know the thing? The salutations towards Hitler? Is that what you're trying to say? Just a guess. I'm not gonna sleep now. Okay, suit yourself, Kimberly. Trust me, I don't sleep because I like staring at the wall. I see. That's good. So, first is the if condition, then your code, then an else if quote, function with the condition as well. The only thing that does not take condition is the last line. All right, after all your elifs, because you could have many else ifs, okay? And this term is different for different languages. For MATLAB, it's else if. For I think Python, it's elif. So make sure you write that whole else word. So if condition code, else if condition code, and then as many else ifs as you want, and many conditions as you want. But after you're done with that, the last else function, you have no conditions on that. It's just whatever's left. All right, else, and then you go in the next line with an indent, and then you write your code, and then you press end. Not press end. You end it off with the end function. And that's your basic structure for an if statement. So, for example, use okay, so for else if functions, here's another thing. You want to use 2 equal signs, not just like 1 equal sign like you would for x equals 5, for example. Or, you know, as like your first initialized variable before your if statement, if function. For else if, you want to use 2 equal signs. And then you want to use the display instead of print. So you display whether x is positive or negative, and then you end it. And yeah, so most importantly, use logical operators as well. All right, plotting. Third concept of the day. is plotting X and Y using X label, Y label, title, grid on, anonymous functions. So I think in the quiz today they're gonna ask something along the lines of combining these three concepts together: anonymous function, plot function, and if statements all in one. But you know what I struggle with is none of these. These are all easy peasy. What I struggle with is writing functions themselves, bro. We're gonna watch the next 4 lectures since everything seems to be okay here. What do you struggle with? Hello, tweet. I struggle with Yuki. He's my biggest patience tester. He's like a litmus test, and I always seem to fail it. See? He just leaves. Like, what's wrong with this guy, bro? See, Pixie's a good girl. She's gonna stay the whole stream now. Hehe, you pronounced it fine. tweet. Light work. What tiers of cooking is fun for you? Really? What do you cook, Eriska? I wish I could cook really good. Who's that kitty? That's Yuki. Who's that in the blanket? That's Pixie. Yeah. Now I'm getting friend. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you, Kimberly. I can cook rice meat chicken. Yo, that's awesome. And you know what? Everybody in the stream, and me personally, I could speak for myself. We're all your friends. Kimberly. Don't feel bullied. You struggle with me. Tears of prayer. It's a very pious name for someone saying weird things. Are you majoring in CS? Good guess. It is programming. I think a lot of CS majors do that. But no, I'm not majoring CS. It's data science. I mean, inside a blanket. Yeah. Nice cat. Thank you, Tajneet Singh. Tajneet Singh. Are you Muslim? I don't know if Tajneet is a Muslim name or a Hindu name. My homeboy Kim Jong-un. You're studying something now? Yes. I cook omelet so well, people praise every time. Yo, that's awesome. Yeah, I think omelets are one of the fewer things to mess up. Well, one of the things to mess up in fewer ways. Even if it's overcooked, it's still yummy.
What we've written here is some code that defines our own functions. We call our function polar2rectangular. So this is pretty similar to the idea that whoever wrote MATLAB, somewhere when they wrote MATLAB, they had to write a function for the sine function. So they wrote something like this. So they had function headers of function, and then maybe they called their output variable y, I don't know, and then they had to go equals sine, and then maybe they called their input variable x, and they would write in the function body however you calculate the sine of x. So they wrote this function, they defined this function, and now once they've done that, once they've defined it, we can call their function. So just like that, here we have defined our own functions, and now I want to talk about how do we actually call this function, how do we use it. Let's put down. Here we're going to be talking about the larger context of this is called control flow and scope. Okay, so I'll do an example. So let's pretend that we've already written that code above that defined our polar to rectangular function. So now I'm going to write some code that actually uses it, that calls that function. So I'll do my commenting. So let's say I want to get 2 points that are in polar coordinates from the user. So I'm going to say get 2 points in polar coordinates from the user. Alright, so we know how to do that. So I'm going to say, so I need an r and a theta for each of these points. So I'm going to think of my points as point A and point B. So I'm going to have an FRA for the radius. And so I want to do input. And then I'll say enter r for radius for point A. So I'll do my colon, quote, close friend, semicolon. That'll get them to enter the radius for point A. And then I want a theta for point A. So f theta A. And again, I'll say input. And I'll say enter theta for point A. Colon, close my quote, and semicolon. Okay, so that'll get point A from the user, and then I want to do exactly the same thing to get the r and the theta for point B. So FRB equals input, enter r for point B, and then F. And I'll call that one. And now I want to give it, when we say it's pass in, I want to pass in radius B and theta B. Okay, so just like you can use the sine function, you can call the sine function with whatever you want. We're calling our function with whatever we want. First we want point A, and then second we want point B. And just as a note, I wanted to make, I'm going to put this in the program, but I just wanted to do it here so you can see it. You normally pass in variable names, so you normally tell it to name some variables here, but you can't actually pass in numbers if you wanted to. So I'll just put a little note here, here. So if you wanted to, you can directly pass in numbers.
I'm ignored. No, you're not a monarchist, thesaurus, kaiserist. You are not ignored. Oh, that's like your first thing. I can't cook. What's going on? We're just studying for a quiz later today while my cat is sleeping in the back. I love her so much. Gotta learn it for future wife. Learn what? Cooking? Yeah, for sure. I recommend everybody to cook. Learn how to cook real food though, guys. Not just desserts. I can cook so many desserts. Like different types of cookies. Almond cookie. Chewy chocolate chip cookie. Pistachio. Strawberry type stuff. But those are not real food. Guys, we gotta lock in. I want to focus more on cooking. But that'll have to wait after school is done. Because it takes a long time for me, I swear. It takes the entire day. Not just like cooking, but after cleaning. Oh my god, 2 times. Hello, hi. I don't even know M81. How's it going? Yo, I'm unconfident, okay? Arid, we know. Arid. Desserts are real food, yeah. Okay, maybe tweet. But some of us are more prone to diabetes than others. We got a lot of brown people in the chat. Oh, you're still in school, huh? I wish I were not, though. I wish I graduated. But just gotta be a little more patient, inshallah. Anyways, I just stopped studying because I didn't want monarchists to feel ignored. So.
Doesn't really make sense in this program, but I'll just show you guys so you see it. Maybe I want to calculate point C. I have a particular polar value for point C in mind, so I can call that function polar to and I can pass in, I can give it 10 as my favorite radius, I'm really sure about that, and pi by 4 as an example. So 10 pass in numbers. They usually use variables, but sometimes we use numbers too. Okay, so that's how you can call your function. You can actually use this function that you defined elsewhere. So what happens then when MATLAB sees this code? I'm going to call what's called the control flow. So when MATLAB reaches the call to the function. So each of those is a function call. So MATLAB's going through your program, it goes top to bottom, doing one line at a time, so we get the input, the next input, all 4 inputs, and then when it gets to this line right here, this one, that's a function call. So what happens is that it passes control to the function. So basically, it jumps up to the function. So it jumps up and says, okay, we're calling forward rectangle. We're going to jump all the way up here. We're jumping up here. We would go to that spot in your program, and it would come through and it would execute all of the statements in the body of the function. And then it would hit the end, and it would say, oh, okay, I'm going to go back where it came from. So where did it come from? Well, right now, it came from right here. So it was like, okay, the outputs go into XA and YA. And then we get to this line. And it would be saying, oh, there's another function called. So it's the Polish rectangular. It would jump back up to where the function is defined. It would go through, do all of the body of the function until it gets to the end, and then it would go back to where it came from. And here. It would go back to there and assign the output variable values into these output variables. And then
The reason why I'm not writing any of this is because I already did.
that's all things in the body of the function, and then comes back to its start. So let me write that down. So when it reaches the call of the function, we call control. So where is the program right now? That line is not defined. So control is passed to the function. And then the whole body of the function is executed. And then when it gets to the end at the bottom of the function, control is passed back.
You seem sick too. Yeah, you cough a lot. Yeah, I do. I'm so sick. Eid Mubarak, doggy. Yo, doggy, where is he? And welcome to the stream. So hey, Jamal, a long time no see. I was there last stream. Yeah, Eid Mubarak, Zahib. Did you run first aid yet? I don't think I will. I don't know why I should. Tell me again what a first aid does, because I don't want to wait 30 minutes. I swear I'm so impatient. Lyrics similar to an Eminem song, I guess. Mom Spaghetti. Where's Doggy though? I don't see him. Hello, yo, Doggy. Is that the only thing he said? Tofa, I know I'm probably pretty late, but having been getting network connection, I couldn't join the stream and ask how you were doing. That's so sweet. Hey everyone, hope y'all are doing good. Yeah, I feel like Tofu's doing better now, because it's been a long time since he wanted to join the stream. Tofu, why were you feeling shy to join the last one? If anyone speaks in Bengal, Tofu, you're getting timed out. This is Diary Wimpy Kid writing. Oh, this font, yeah, it seems like that, yeah. Or do you mean my handwriting? You're right, I want my mod back. Alright, Tofu. I was about to put you in timeout. On accident. How did okay. There you go. Don't abuse it though, Tofu. I know you won't, but like, just gotta say it. Cause you're gonna say please. Like, yo, where's your please? Dre, don't make him mod. Oh, Kai, I might regret that. I only read your comment afterwards. Okay, so first aid removes any corruption in the system files. The more frequently you run it, the less bugs you'll get. I barely ran after 14 years and only the macOS 10 errors. So hey, you know what else you did? You killed your MacBook. So I don't know how you did that. You don't know how you did that. But I'd rather have bugs than a dead MacBook. That I don't mean to roast you. That's not my intention. That's just I just gotta put that out there. The remaining bit of my drive is so messed up it's unable to fix since I never ran first aid on it before. I think that's not why it messed up. You did something. You did it live in one of my live streams, bro. Like in real time while I was studying. You something happened. I feel like you fixed it though, right? I didn't kill it. The SATA cable was meant to fail. Okay. People say no offense while saying offensive stuff. That's me for real. Alright. So the reason why I'm rewatching certain lectures is because it never occurred to me how it works. Alright, so you have the function header, you have the body, and you have the comments, right? And then you have the control flow and the scope, right? So you get 2 points in the polar coordinates. This is how you make certain functions, right? You input these two things for the user to put in, and then you convert them by what you use these two functions, right? You have two things, fxa and fya, and you make the function name here. These are your inputs. These are your inputs. These are your outputs. You put the parentheses, the outputs, as many as you want. Here you have two. Put them in brackets, and then the final are the inputs in parentheses. Brackets, parentheses. Don't mix them up. And then that's your function name. And then you can directly also pass in numbers like 10 and pi over 4, and controls pass to the function. Function can look much like a function. A function call can look like a function header. So, Elmo's World. I'm losing it, guys. Should I end the stream? No, it's only 40 minutes. I don't know how to concentrate. Alright, look at the chat. Kai kidnap for no offense. Who would you kidnap? Dre, can you do managing mod? I did though. What is China? That's my question, bro. You stole the words out of my mouth. Out of my brain. Like, what is China? Like, that's what I think about before I go to sleep. No, I have to talk to that Cat's Eye fan. Oh, Lana. She hasn't been coming, though. I don't know. I feel like she came in the last one. I might be misremembering, though. I don't think you will see her again tonight. I feel like the timing's really different. Kai is dangerous, Unc. I'm scared of her. What is managing mod? It's like the moderator that can kick out a standard mod. So it's like the mod of mods, you know? They should be different colors though. How do you make it different colors? Like if I could make let me see. Let's take a break while studying. How to make managing mod and standard mod different colors for YouTube live streams. I don't think you can. You probably need to reach a certain level. Does not natively support distinct user-defined colors. Okay. So I need VIPs or members and moderators. But to give VIP roles and members, they'd probably have to like pay, right? YouTube Studio. Why am I asking Google instead of ChatGPT, bro? YouTube Studio, click earn membership, turn it on if eligible. Oh, so how to make it eligible? I probably need to reach 3,000 watch hours. Earn and then membership. That's true. I need 3,000 watch hours, guys. I only have like 959. That's like almost one third there. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna take at least 6 months minimum, given the rate of my thing as well. My inability to live stream consistently like before. I have a 15-year-old iPod. Aww. Why is that so nostalgic, guys? 15-year-old iPod. I wish I could turn back time. But then again, if I did, I would hate my life. I'd be like, wait, no, I'm so bored, I hate this. But that's just what nostalgia does. Makes you miss times that you didn't even enjoy. I meant people are using old age devices in 2026. Yeah, me with my DSi XL hand me down, no way. I have a 2010 iPod. I don't have the charger, but hopefully it works. 2010. Oh, so it's 16 years old. It's hard to imagine like how old. Jesus loves you. I love Jesus too. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Too bad I lost it. Oh no, you lost your iPod. How could you do that? It's so old too. What you doing, girl? Don't call me girl like that. I'm studying. Or I should be. Anyways, let's continue, guys. So here's an example of a function code. This is an empty function. Not empty function, it's like a function header. That's what it is. So there's nothing inside the brackets here. No output. No input, no output. Just the lab number and the question number. So this function header is responsible for converting two user input points in polar coordinates to rectangular coordinates. I'm tired, guys. Because I'm feeling sick. I don't know why I'm feeling more sick. Alright, variables f radius a, radius of point A input by user, f theta, theta of point A in radians input by user, sum for FRB and f theta b. You have to write a lot of code, comments. That's the easy part, it's just the more tedious part. What I want to focus on is how to do the actual coding part, right? So, again, function, empty, header function, lab question, and then you have your inputs, and then you do your calculations here, and then you print the results here. But the actual calculation for polar to rectangular is this. You put the radius and the theta into your function here. We should have put function before that. The word function, not just first bracket. That's different than writing a function, actually. So to put the input, you convert polar to rectangular. Basically multiply the radius by the cosine and the theta, cosine of the theta, and then the radius by the sine of the theta for y. And then you end it. Easy peasy, just like that. Just a lot of it looks really complicated because of all the comments, right? Anything with a percentage is a comment, and we don't need to know all that. We have to put it down, but we don't need to know specifically. I never watched this one.
In this video, I'm going to be using Octave's debugger to show us an example of using MATLAB or Octave in program mode, and to also try to give us some insight into control flow and scope. Okay, so you can see here in the editor window, I have our example program. So we'll call LFS question mark, generic lab whatever question mark example. So you can see up at the top here in the editor, I have the main function, what I call the main program, and then immediately below it in the same .m file, I have our helper function, polar to rectangle. Okay, so that's just exactly the same as what we wrote out in the notes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to insert, or I already have inserted what's called a breakpoint. See this little red circle here beside line 22? I've gone into the code and I can click on this line, and if I click this little toggle breakpoint up here, that's inserting this little red circle. And what a breakpoint is when you run the code, it's going to break, it's going to stop at that line. So I'm going to go ahead and over here in the command window, I'm going to start running the program. Alright, so the first thing that it wants is a radius for point A, so I'll say 10. And then it wants a theta for point A, so I'll do pi by 2. And then for my point B, I'll tell it a radius of 4, and I'll tell it a theta of pi by 3. So just an example there. Okay, so you can see once I've entered that, the program has stopped. It says debug here, so we entered into debug mode. So over here in editor, you can see there's this little yellow arrow that tells us that we are currently stopped at line 22. So I want to go and take a look at my workspace here. So over in my workspace, over here, you can see the variables that I currently have in my main lab xx function, my y function. So I've got the radius for A and B, that's what we just entered, and similarly the theta for A and B. So those are the 4 variables that we have currently in our main function. Alright, so going back to our editor, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do what's called step through my program. So after you can push F11, and that'll step you to the next line. In particular, F11 steps you into functions if you're doing a function call. So the line that I stopped on, line 22, that's our first function call. So we're calling the polar to rectangular function. So I'm going to hit F11, and you can see it's moved the little yellow arrow down to line 47. So it popped into the...
This is already confusing, guys. I'll have to look at it a little bit later, just so like my brain refreshes a little bit. Girl, I was thinking about you all week. Yo, Aiden, welcome back to the stream. I know. I was being really concerning. Alhamdulillah, I'm feeling a lot better though. Like, mentally, physically. Even though I'm not there yet. Inshallah, I will be. But thank you so much, Aiden. I really, really appreciate the concern. Where's Iron Kia though? See this purple thing here? That's Iron Kia. She's sleeping. I don't like Apple products either. Tweet, tweet, tweet. We'll chat on the topic of Apple products now. Are you excited? Is that like a happy thing or a sad thing? What do you think about it? Shouldn't they be allowed to sacrifice cows too or no? Oh, who are you talking to, Tofu? I guess because I hear Bakr Eid, like people must only sacrifice goats. I'm trying my best to understand Jurea words. Oh, sorry. Oh, because of your earbuds. I see. I thought I was not making sense because I was talking about functions and headers and stuff. Hey, how are you doing? I'm great. I'm not Manny, though. Welcome to the stream. What do you think of world hunger? I think it would be resolved if people were not so greedy and spent so much money on you know how much money America sends to Israel, right? We ain't gotta get into that to prove world hunger is man-made. Like, it could be solved in 1 second. If it were natural, like, if people left each other alone, like, no occupation, no war, nothing, like, everybody would be able to help themselves. Like, God made us humans in such a way that our ancestors were able to cultivate food by their own means, and only war was the reason for famine and all the evilness in the world. Like, that's the only reason. People are so smart that they could find water and food in very low circumstances, but because it's a man-made issue, they can't. That's why people are starving. That's why people are thirsty, and that's why we fasted a whole month. Obviously, the main reason because Allah Ta'ala said to, and for taqwa, but to also feel the hunger and thirst of the people who don't have those rights to eat and drink whatever and whenever they want. That's always gonna exist. We have to be aware of those below us. That's my take on world hunger. I love beef, yum yum. Same. Beef is so good, bro. I think I just had it. No, I didn't. That was chicken. But I love chicken more than beef. And I like to hear Muslims getting harassed in India. Is it really so? Oh, not I hear. Yeah, that's true. It's not propaganda. It's actually true. The Hindus are so bad. Oh my gosh, not just unhygienic. Regular Hindus are not like that. The OG Hindus focus on meditation and being calm, stuff like that. This is a new variant of I don't know what. It's just pure devilish behavior where you're unhygienic and rude to people. News channels are very biased, true. Mm-hmm. Could be, but it doesn't mean everything is fake. But that also doesn't mean everything is true. You have to take things with a grain of salt. Hindu just doesn't make any sense. So true. It's I don't know why you'd ever worship something that you created. Like what? Does that make you god of the god? Yeah. We respect every religion. Exactly, we do.
The function, so the control flow is passed to the function. So you jump from here, 22, to 35. And this is just a function header, so now the next line to be executed is line 37. And before we look at that, I want to go take a look over here at the variables. So these here now in our workspace are variables that the function pull2rectangular knows about. So it only knows about its input variables, which are fr and f theta. So it doesn't have any knowledge of our point A and our point B. It only knows what the input variables that it has were passed in it. So we have r and theta, and you can see here, if you remember, that for point A, my radius was 10, and you can see that fr was given that value 10 because we passed in fra. And then similarly, we passed in f theta a, which I can enter as pi by 2. And so pi by 2 is 1.57. So 1.57 was given to the variable f theta. So from the point of view of this function, or rectangular, he only knows about fr and f theta. And these are the values that those currently have as a function. Alright, so now we're on line 47. So I'm going to hit F11 again to actually do that line. And so that's calculating fx. And so you can see over here, the value for fx up here. And, well, it's basically 0. Let's think about that for a sec. So radius of 10, theta of pi by 2, so that's, up on the y-axis. So then, yeah, the x value should be 0. You can actually see here, we get round off here, what we were talking about a few labs ago. It doesn't actually calculate out perfectly to 0. It's very small, it's 10.16. It's not actually equal to 0. Okay, so that's our fx. So now I'm going to go, and it's really clear here for a little yellow arrow for 48, so we have F11 again. And now it's calculated fy. And so, yeah, since the angle was pi by 2, it makes sense that fy would be calculated as 10. Okay, so we calculated fx and fy. And that little yellow arrow is down at line 50.
Okay. I think is JD Vance in control of the military agency yet? I don't know. I feel like he's been a pretty useless puppet of Trump, who's a puppet of Israel. So they're all free Palestine, of course. Free Palestine. What do you mean free Israel? If you want everything to be free, you're just not standing for anything. If you tolerate everything, you stand for nothing. I'm Hindu Juria, if you don't know. Oh, sorry if I offended you. I do respect Hinduism, though. I always make sure to say that Hinduism, OG Hinduism, is literally, what's it called? All about meditation. It's like really vibey, like really like it's spiritual and it's calm, you know. Like there's a lot of wisdom behind every religion. There's like core concepts to every religion that all align, you know. Just trying to be the best person you can be, and yeah, I think they're different like branches in which certain religions, even Islam, it goes branches off to something that's not what the OG religion teaches. Like drinking cow pee, no thanks. And in Islam, like some people they twist religion so much that they do things that are so weird too that Islam never taught. And I grew up with certain things like that, so I don't know. Maybe you can see where I come from. Yeah, do your schoolwork, gang. Must be nice. Look at the kitties; they're sleeping so peacefully. I always look at them like in a jealous way. Like you're just relaxing, bro. Wish that were me. I think I've been doing this for a long time though. Like, I did 2 streams so far, And my phone's at 5%. It's their religion. Yeah. Calm, yes. No showing religion down your throat. Yeah, exactly. Just do your schoolwork. Okay, okay. But what if I don't want to? Look at that art, though. That's so cool, guys. I'm actually scared for this quiz. Actually, I'm done studying, guys. People don't understand any religion. They just add their own views. Yes, it's hard to comment on religion when you don't have the understanding. So it's better to stay quiet and to learn your own religion until you have a good understanding. My suggestion being 31 years old, never answer or entertain religious question. I mean, I kind of like it myself to answer questions. If somebody's being genuine about Islam, specifically. If you think India is dirty, look at African countries. I don't think India is dirty. I think people are affected by war and poverty in a way that affects the country so much on an individual level that that's why it becomes dirty. And the British colonists left a huge impact on the world, not just in Africa, but India and like a lot of countries. Normally, you wouldn't be dirty. You could look at Indian history. You know, Indian moms, their cleaning rate is so high, and yeah, it's not like I'm not saying people are innately dirty. Like, hey, don't get me wrong. There's history to everything. Okay, bye guys. I gotta end the stream. See you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in, and sorry if I offended everyone. Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak to the Muslims.